Hello everyone, I'm Delaina Burns and I'm happy to be joining you today with my very first video tutorial for Manor House Creations. I am completely in love with their beautiful flowers, and today I'll be using flowers from 3 different packages. I have a beautiful flower from Grandma's Garden. I have Morning Glories, beautiful, beautiful. And I'm using a package of the Tropics, which has the blue and a beautiful goldenrod color, and also a white color, just really pretty with gorgeous centers, nice and fluffy flowers, just how I like them. And once they come out of the packaging, sometimes they're a little flattened out, but I like to just fluff them right back up. Shipping and packing and different things kind of flatten them down, so just fluff them right back up. Beautiful, beautiful flowers. So we'll lay this to the side. The first thing I want to show you is the technique that I did on this particular background paper. I've used modeling paste and a little ink to create this look. So let's share the actual technique first. Lay these to the side. And to show you the technique, I just want to use just a piece of scrap cardboard, just something out of some packaging that I received in the mail. And I used a piece of plastic canvas. I know plastic canvas comes in lots of different sizes. I purchased this a long time ago and I used it for my techniques such as this. Modeling paste is just any kind of modeling paste you can get in your hobby or craft store. And I use sort of a long spatula in this one because I'm having to reach in. I use it quite often, so my jar is getting kind of close to empty. Load your spatula up, and you just want to, in a pretty stiff motion, just sort of flatten it through all the little holes here, just pulling your spatula towards you and then wiping all the excess, being sure you filled in your holes. It can be a little jagged on the edges. No rhyme nor reason to where or how big your area should be, just whatever you choose to do. To remove your actual plastic canvas, you'll need to, with your fingers, sort of hold down your cardstock or paper, or in this case the cardboard, and just lift straight off. And you can see the effect that you get there. The modeling paste can be tinted. If you like a color, on this particular layout I needed it to be white. You can go back in later and do a little ink, because your little areas that stand up off the paper can just be touched with ink. You could use a little paint, anything that you like to create around the technique. I just think it's a really cool effect that I like to use. So we'll lay this to the side and move on with our layout. Bring back our background papers. This is a 12 by 12 sheet, and I've added this gray dot background, and you can see my areas of the technique are just, sort of random, but all around, leaving the center kind of vacant because my photo will be there. I've inked the edges of this paper before I've added it. It gives a little rippling effect because the modeling paste does make it a little moist. I don't mind the rippling. I like it to sort of have dimension and stand up off the page. If it bothers you, you can use a little extra glue and actually adhere the entire thing down. I like to tuck things in and behind so it doesn't bother me. And as far as adhering, I will not be adhering anything down today. Everything will be adhered once the camera is off, just for time purposes. So what we're going to do is go ahead and start with our layout. I want to add a photo first. This is a 4x6 photo, sort of a glam shot of my daughter, made last year when she had her senior pictures made. I happen to love this particular photo. So we want to just sort of offset that, offset the gray background just a little. We want to begin with one of our beautiful Manor House flowers. I just love this flower. Have the white. And then start with the blue. And then one of the beautiful Morning Glory whites. It's a little difficult when you're not adhering because things tend to shift. So I like to hold them down when I can with magnets, just so I keep everything in place. The flowers will shift, the picture may shift, so we'll add a little magnet right there to the picture as well. Now we have these beautiful goldenrod color flowers from the Tropics collection. I love these flowers too. There's not a flower, I don't think, in the entire Manor House collection that I don't just love. One of the beautiful flight flowers, again from the Tropics collection. Sorry. A lot of times I'll add a piece of cardboard behind some of my flowers to give a little lift. That helps in tucking in and being able to use more flowers. The more flowers, of course, the better. And the beautiful Morning Glory, another one of those. Just add our cluster right here. When I start to adhere this, you may see a little differentiation here, moved around just a little to get those tucked in really tight. Next I want to add is just a few extra embellishments that I actually cut from the paper line. I used the Daily Junk paper line from Pink Paisley, and this was just some cutouts from one of their floral papers, just to add some more pops of color and a little extra dimension. I like the pops of color, and I like to create a triangle of balance and color on my page. Tuck this in just below the photo here. Have a couple here that I'm going to tuck in just at the bottom, just to give that balance of that yellow color moving around. Have a few more here that I want to tuck in around the photo. This hot pink color just tucked in right about here. Another blue color tucked in there. Just going to move this hot pink color again sort of around the page. Not adding a lot, just a little. I just like the little punches of color here or there. Another really pretty Manor House flower, one of the Morning Glories. Add it right here to the corner. I kind of like to fill in all the corners with a few more cutouts. Add that there. The little yellow and blue cutout, I want to add it just right here, right sort of next to the picture. We have a little hot pink pop here that I want to add here. Next I wanted to add this little dress form. It's a wooden dress form that I just painted white. I want to add it in just behind the pretty goldenrod colored flowers, and you can kind of see how that's giving you a little balance of color everywhere. Next I've got some rickrack that's in the goldenrod color. I want to add it right here along the edge. Have another piece of the rickrack that I want to add just at the top of the page, just tucking it in and behind. Just gives lots of layers and plenty of interest at each corner. Next I have this really pretty crocheted heart that I picked up at my craft store. Just tuck it in right about here. And here I have a ribbon. It's just a 3/8 inch wide ribbon that I ran a seam down with my sewing machine and tighten the tension just a little bit to give the crinkly effect to the ribbon, and it makes it really easy to twist it and wind it. I love to use ribbons and add them to the page, and they're so accessible in all the craft stores and everywhere for us to have. I just want to sort of add this right here, and to adhere this I'll add just a little wet glue behind the knot, and then periodically a little glue dot in behind so that it stays pretty stationary. Last I have my title. Since these were sort of my daughter's glamour shots, I want to just title this Glam. And just below the picture here, I want to offset the A here just a little above the L. Just again for a little more interest. I'll straighten this up once the camera's off and adhere everything down. But that's the basic page. There you have it, and you can see how these gorgeous Manor House flowers just make this page pop and make it so beautiful. I'm so glad to get to join you today, and I know I'll be back really soon with another video. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks. Bye.